What's going on, people, and welcome back to my recap for Game Week 9 FPL. And good news again, I did get green arrows again, so get in, always a bonus. I did miss the final team selection Premier League predictions this week, but I did put it in the community tab if you check there. I always put updates in there if I'm not going to film or... So hopefully that won't happen again for a little bit, but sometimes life gets in the way. But we are back to schedule. I finished with 59 points total. The average was 54, so above the average. Green arrows again, moving up the leagues. Can't complain. I went with Flecken in goal for Brentford. He only got me one. They ran out 4-3 winners against Ipswich and goals galore in that game. They were on the winning side, but because they shipped 3 goals, I only got one for Flecken. 3 at the back, I went with Robertson for Liverpool, Van Heck at Brighton, and Rico Lewis at City. Van Heck and Robertson only got me 1 apiece, so that was a little bit underwhelming and disappointing. Rico Lewis got me 6. So he returned, got a clean sheet in the 1-0 win against Southampton. Saying that though, I did expect more for the City result. I thought that they would get 4 or 5-0 against Southampton, but wasn't the case. Robertson come off at about the hour mark for Liverpool, which was annoying. And Brighton obviously drew their game against Wolves, so only 1 for Robertson and Van Heck. I went with 5 in the midfield. Did make a transfer last week. I took out a Dingra for Brighton, because he's been injured and just on the bench a lot, not starting as much. So I took a Dingra out. I brought in Brennan Johnson for Tottenham. Unfortunately, first week in, he only got me 1 point. He did play the whole game against Palace, but Tottenham lost in that, and he picked up a yellow card. So not a good start for Brennan Johnson, but hopefully in the coming weeks, he will repay me. Adama Traore for Fulham got me 3. Played 67 minutes in the 1-1 draw against Everton, and he got me 3 points. Cole Palmer got me 10. I didn't captain him or vice him this week, which maybe I should have in hindsight, but it's easy to say that. They did come out winners, Chelsea, which I expected them to. He scored a goal, obviously, and he got 3 bonus points as well. Cole Palmer continues to amaze. Brian Mbuemo, had him in for a few weeks now. I viced him this week. He got me 15. Scored 2 goals against Ipswich in that game and got me 3 bonus points, played the whole game. Very happy with his return as well. Semenyo for Bournemouth has been disappointing for me this season. Not doing what he did for me last season up to this point. Hopefully he will in the next few months, but as of yet, he's been a bit disappointing, so he might be on the chopping board at some point. He only got me 1 this week in a 1-1 draw against Villa. They got a late equaliser in that, Bournemouth, so yeah, could have got even less, but he did get a yellow card as well, so that didn't help matters or his case. So only 1 for Semenyo. And then I had 2 up top with Erling Haaland and Kai Havertz. Havertz only got me 2 in the 2-2 draw against Liverpool, but did have a few chances, so he could have done better, but it's not the worst. And Haaland, I triple captain this week. I did play the triple captaincy. I wasn't sure whether to, as I said, I thought City would get more goals in that against Southampton, and he only narrowly won the game. But Haaland was the one to get the goal, so in a way the triple captaincy did work, but I was hoping for even more. But I can't be too greedy and hope for too much all the time, so he got me 18 nonetheless. I'm happy with that. And then on the bench, I had Henderson for Palace, who ended up getting 8 in their win against Tottenham. So I got the keeper choice wrong this week, as Flecken only got me 1. Konza, my first sub choice, got 2 for Villa, so not too bad. Welbeck, I benched because people saying that he was definitely not going to play. So that was annoying, because I would have started him otherwise. But I benched him because loads of people were saying that he wasn't going to play, and he did. And he scored. So he got 7, but didn't count to my points because I benched him. And didn't have him in first choice sub because people said he weren't even going to be in the squad. So that was annoying. And Saliba got 0 as he was still banned, still serving his ban. So the bench I definitely got wrong this week. But overall, still got green arrows, still beat the average. Very happy. Going into game week 10, as it stands, I'm going to keep Flecken in goal and hope that it works out this week, because I think Brentford's fixture against Fulham, even though they're away, is a bit more favourable than Palace's away to Wolves. Maybe Palace can get a result again, but I think I'm going to stick with Flecken. I'm going with 3 at the back. Robertson for Liverpool. Not sure if he's going to start against Brighton. Maybe Tsimikas will. Not sure, but I'm going to go with it. Roll the dice. Konza, I'm going to bring in as Villa are away to Tottenham, but I think Villa will win that game. Rico Lewis away to Bournemouth. I don't think it looks like Kyle Walker's going to be in anytime soon, so I think Lewis will continue to get minutes. 4 in the midfield, Brennan Johnson at home against Villa. Hopefully he can score even if Tottenham lose, or get an assist. Adama Traore at home for Fulham against Brentford. That game could be very close, but hopefully he can get a return regardless of the scoreline. Cole Palmer, I'm actually going to put the captain's armband on him this week. They're away to Manchester United, but I think Chelsea will unfortunately beat us in that. Obviously, we've just sacked Ten Hag as well. So, yeah, it's not good times. It's got even worse with that sacking, in my opinion. I know the results weren't going our way, but I quite like Ten Hag. I didn't agree with everything he did, but he has won us 2 trophies in 2 years, and I don't think we should have sacked him yet. I think Chelsea will come to Old Trafford and win, so I'm going to captain Cole Palmer. Mbuemo for Brentford away to Fulham. Could do the business, so I'm happy to keep him in. And I'm going with 3 up top with Haaland away to Bournemouth, Havertz away to Newcastle, and Welbeck away to Liverpool. All away fixtures, of course, but all of them players can return. Haaland's not in great form, but he is coming off of that goal against Southampton, and Havertz and Welbeck have been in good form, so happy with the front 3 there. I expect at least 2 of them to return, if not all 3. And then Henderson on the bench. First choice sub for Semenyo for Bournemouth at home to City. None of my starters start. Hopefully Semenyo can at least grab a goal, even if they end up on the losing side. Saliba away to Newcastle. Has he served all his ban now? I'm not quite sure if he has, so he's there. And then Van Heck away to Liverpool for Brighton. So that is the bench. I feel like this week the bench will go back to normal and I will get it right. So hopefully that is the case. Happy with my team. Vice captaincy is on Havertz, captaincy on Palmer. Let me know your team and how you did last week. Have you got a green arrow? Was it a red arrow? I've currently got 4 red arrows and 4 green arrows. So I'm 50-50. Hopefully I can get another green arrow this coming week for game week 10. I'm excited to see it again and hopefully get more green arrows. And I'll be back later in the week with Premier League predictions. Appreciate your support. I'll catch you soon.